Thank you very much to Peter and to the Sarah Group for the opportunity for the college to present our annual awards here at this launch of National Road Safety Week. Peter is a very important person within the road safety community. As you can tell, he brings the necessary recognition of people who have suffered loss, but he brings with that a very deep recognition of the things which we need to do to prevent that loss occurring elsewhere. So thank you very much for this opportunity to be with you here tonight, Peter. I'd like to acknowledge Minister Constance and Minister Toole. Thank you very much for your hosting of this event. I'd like to acknowledge the contribution from the Deputy Prime Minister, Michael McCormack, and I'd like to very publicly say thank you to him for his leadership in Canberra. I was amazed at the $2 billion down payment on the decade that from the federal budget just recently. Of course now there's a delivery thing for people such as you, and we know that's in good hands. Also recognise Pat Conahan for the work that he's done in the Joint Select Committee on Road Safety, which we're hoping to see a lot from. I'm not going to go on a lot about the college, however I will say that we're a not-for-profit membership-based organisation. We support our members in their efforts to eliminate fatal and serious injury on the road through knowledge sharing, professional development, networking and advocacy. I have 6 things that I will very briefly say that we want to see from the National Road Safety Strategy that the Deputy Prime Minister referred to. We are very pleased to actually have already got our first one, and that is actually the recognition that we must eliminate fatalities and serious injuries on our roads by 2050. And it was quite something to hear of your son, Minister Toole, and just a little snippet of that other great mass of trauma which is felt within the community. We want to see 50% reduction targets for 2030. If we achieve 50% reduction in this decade, and then we achieve it again by 2040, and we achieve it again by 2050, we're in striking distance of actually realising our vision to eliminate fatal and serious injury on the road. We want to see every state roads and traffic authority produce nationally consistent information, objective information on the safety star ratings of their road networks. And I'm going to come back to that very, very briefly. Safety star ratings provide regional communities in particular with vital information about the safety of the roads that they drive on each day. And we want to see that backed up by investment in those roads. We want to see a regulatory impact statement for the lowering of default speed limits on urban roads and rural roads. We want that analysis to be done on a national level. And we want to see vehicle safety regulation keep pace with the very progressive agenda in Europe, which is not just autonomous emergency braking, but is also intelligent speed adaptation, which is another area where New South Wales has taken a very important lead. Ministers, your presence, I've spoken briefly about the national strategy. Your presence at that table is incredibly important. Your continued leadership from New South Wales is incredibly important at this time. And if I could just say that the safety star ratings are such an important part of this. One of the fantastic things that your government has done over the last period of time is something which is slightly invisible, but absolutely fundamental. What you have done is you have brought together all of your road safety data into one place, and you've made that entirely accessible to the community. And that's what we're looking for in the safety star ratings. Some of this might be confronting to you because some roads won't look so great in a safety star rating sense. But I can tell you tonight that you will not get any quibbling from the College of Road Safety about what that safety might be like. What we will say to you is thank you very much for providing the community with this essential consumer safety information. And I really do commend this to you, and we look forward to your continued leadership at that national table. Now comes the part where I put on my glasses. So, and it's the awards. Because tonight we recognise and celebrate exemplary projects and people who help to save lives and reduce injuries on our roads. We will announce the winners of 3 major awards, the 3M ACRS Diamond Road Safety Award, the ACRS Young Leaders Aeration Award, and the ACRS Fellowship Award. The prestigious Australasian College of Road Safety Fellowship Award is awarded in recognition of exemplary contributions being made by an individual to road safety in Australasia. I'm pleased to announce that the 2020 ACRS Fellowship Award goes to Ms. Antonietta Cavallo. For over 3 decades, Ms. Cavallo has made outstanding contributions to road safety. This award honours Antonietta's strong and successful advocacy for the adoption of evidence-based road safety policies and strategies across Australasia. With many evidence-based road safety levers at their disposal, communities need governments to make good safety decisions and investments, and governments rely on people like Ms. Cavallo to provide the complex analysis and policy work that helps them to do this. Ms. Cavallo's efforts over the last 3 decades have left a significant safety legacy in her own state, home state of Victoria, but now also in New South Wales, and influenced road safety strategy and policy across Australia. As a profession, we must renew our efforts in the pursuit of the elimination of serious road trauma by 2050, and we draw inspiration from Ms. Cavallo's career to date. Her analysis, her determination, and her concern for others. I'm delighted to welcome Antonietta Cavallo as a Fellow of the Australasian College of Road Safety. Let's hear from Antonio Cavallo now.
Over my career, I'm very fortunate and grateful to have collaborated with so many talented people doing inspirational work every day to save lives and to spare many people the grief of losing a loved one from road trauma. This trauma is unnecessary because it's preventable. The friends I lost to road trauma and so many others need not have lost their lives. I've had the privilege of working with dedicated professionals and decision makers who've transformed the safety of our roads. Within 3 decades, we've cut road deaths by more than a half across Australia and in various jurisdictions. Within a generation, we've seen thousands of people go on to live productive lives, and this is because of the life-saving changes that have been made, informed by a strong evidence base that so many people have been working towards. We know that road trauma is preventable and we can achieve 0 deaths by 2050. That's the motivation for me and so many of you working together to change the future of road safety. Thanks again for this recognition and the college's ongoing work to bring together all of those dedicated to preventing road trauma. Thanks.
Thank you. The Young Leaders Aeration Award recognises inspiring work and potential for future leadership in the field of road safety. This award represents a commitment from the ACRS to a stronger and more diverse road safety workforce. I'm pleased to announce that the 2020 ACRS Young Leaders Aeration Award winner is Dr. Tana Tan. Dr. Tan has over 14 years of experience as a consultant in the fields of biomechanics of human injury, passenger vehicle safety and motorcycle safety, and works to improve infrastructure safety and policy. The Australasian College of Road Safety is committed to the elimination of fatal and serious injuries, and Dr. Tana Tan embodies the rising and diverse talent that we will need to get there. Dr. Tan's work to date has greatly impressed the College Fellows, and his work internationally reflects well on both our profession and the current international outreach efforts of the College. May this award inspire a new wave of road safety professionals. Let's hear from Dr. Tan.
Good evening. This award has come as a big surprise, and I'd like to thank the ACRS for the confidence they've shown in me in giving me this award so early in my career. After I received my first degree, I decided to work as a building service consultant for a number of years, but wanted to do more to help the world. I was always staggered at the number of crash fatalities that occur each year, especially in low and middle income countries. It was for that reason that I decided to change course and complete a PhD on passenger vehicle safety. I would not have gotten here without support of the road safety community. I'm lucky to have been surrounded by wonderful people, such as my former PhD supervisors, Rafael Giabita and Mario Mongiardini. Thank you for putting up with my hundreds of questions during my PhD, even though I was the one meant to be answering those tough questions through my research. I would also like to thank Laurie Moran, Anne Williamson and Nick Papas, and the staff at TARS UNSW for their generous support during my PhD candidature. I am also indebted to Ken Beer, who hired me after we met at the 2017 ACRS conference. Thank you for taking me on board, for the opportunities and trust provided to me on various and a wide variety of road safety projects that I've led to date in Australia, Southeast Asia, as well as South Asia. Crash fatality data are an invaluable part of the work we, as a community, perform. We need to let that data speak to us, to guide us to the key issues that need addressing, and then direct our attention to resolving these issues that had result in loss of life. It is through this data that the deceased speak to us. We have a moral obligation to honour them by listening and learning from them. As we continue to implement the SAFE system and work towards Vision Zero in Australia, I also hope that our work here in Australia will have an impact around the world in reducing tragic and needless loss of life due to road crashes. Thank you again for this award, and I hope my future work on motorcycle safety in Australia and LMICs, applied research and road safety projects in LMICs will confirm the confidence you have shown to me. Thank you and good evening.
Now we come to the 3M ACRS Diamond Road Safety Award. It recognises projects that exhibit exemplary innovation and effectiveness to save lives and injuries on the roads. The Australasian College of Road Safety is delighted to continue our association with 3M in this highly coveted award. It's my great pleasure now to introduce Mr. Andrew King of 3M.
Minister Constance, Minister Toole, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud to represent 3M here tonight as we again partner with the ACRS on this prestigious award, now in its 10th year. I'd like to thank Martin, Claire and the ACRS team for their partnership and hard work that continues to make this reward a reality. This award's not just about the winners, it's about grassroots safety campaigns being shared and replicated across governments, road safety organisations and communities so that we can collaborate and work together towards Vision Zero. It's about gaining engagement across a broader audience to understand that road safety is everyone's responsibility and everyone can make a difference. 3M has been involved in road safety for over 80 years with the use of our reflective products in the first traffic sign using reflective products back in the 1930s. We continue to invest in this technology to bring the highest performance products for traffic signage, for road delineation and for vehicle visibility. We want to do our part by contributing to improved road safety outcomes with the use of this technology and work with industry where these products really provide safety benefits. 3M are proud to support many road safety initiatives, including, as Peter said, supplying the ribbons for National Road Safety Week. But from a global perspective, we also did make a pledge for $250,000 as a founding donor to the UN Road Safety Trust Fund, as well as partnering with IRAP on a school road safety program for developing countries. As we celebrate the 10th year, it's poignant to reflect on the last 10 years. I think Peter really gave those figures that really highlights, 11 to 12,000 deaths, over 400,000 injured on the Australian roads. It's tragic to think about that and what impact that's had. 10 years ago, we had the start of the first UN Decade of Action on Road Safety, and IRAP were in their infancy. On the positive side, I can say that over 10 years, I've seen a lot of change. There's certainly been a lot of change with vehicles and the work ANCAP does to make sure we've got the safest vehicles on our roads. Road infrastructure has improved. We can just look at roads like the Pacific and the Hume Highway, looking at being duplicated or almost finished being duplicated with the Pacific Highway, which is great to see. We've also seen some great enforcement programs, greater awareness programs, and a lot of new road safety organisations that have come about and are delivering messages to different audiences at different levels. And of course, events such as what we've got here tonight with campaigners such as Peter Frazer are personally and passionately driving change. I think government should be applauded for what they've been doing as well. The focus on road safety is a lot more than we had 10 years ago. And being a member of the Roads Australia organisation, these guys like to talk about infrastructure. Minister Constance at their luncheon last year talked about infrastructure, talked about how much we were spending, but also talked a lot about road safety and how the money that New South Wales was certainly investing was all about improving road safety as well. And of course, an unprecedented $2 billion by the federal government and the Office of Road Safety being set up in the last few years. It's great to see this broader commitment in dollars and to see further change occur. To all of those who submitted programs for this award, I'd like to thank you for your commitment to improve road safety. I'm sure many of these great initiatives will be shared and implemented in other communities and will assist in reducing road trauma. The winner of the award wins a trip to the US to attend and present at the American Traffic Safety Services Association conference and gets to tour 3M's Innovation Centre in St Paul in Minnesota, possibly in 2021, probably 2022. But it's a real opportunity, not only, as Peter has been doing, is not only sharing locally, but taking our messages and sharing those globally as well as a leader in this space. The calibre of this year's entry has been high, so tonight we will be awarding 2 high commendations as well as the Winners Award. Lastly, I'd like to applaud all of you in this room and those online for your commitment and dedication to improving road safety. It's a huge and complex task, and it's great to see your continued work at all levels to reduce the road toll. Thank you, and I'll hand over to Martin to present the award.
Thanks, Andrew. We usually have a good round of photos up on the stage. That's not quite happening. All of the award, here's a reveal. All of the award winners were from outside of New South Wales. I'm an interloper here from South Australia. Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here. This year, there are 2 entries for the 3M ACRS Diamond Road Safety Award who have been highly commended. The first is a project from Auckland Transport. Auckland Transport's Safe Speeds program for the greater good of all Aucklanders project was led by Randir Karma of Auckland Transport. This project led to the successful implementation of speed limit changes covering more than 600 kilometres of road. Congratulations to Auckland Transport's Safe Speeds program team. The Drive About app. The second highly commended project is the Drive About app. The Drive About app team leader is Clinton Hoffman of Ambrose Business Solutions. The Drive About app has digitised the road user handbook into full animation and is offered in 14 languages, including 8 Indigenous languages. Congratulations to the Drive About app team. Now I'm pleased to announce the winner of the 2020 3M ACRS Diamond Road Safety Award. The winning project, low-cost implanted compact roundabout, was led by Christopher Davis, Road Safety Officer at Mildura Rural City Council. The project took 2 dangerous intersections and resolved the safety issues for around 1/10 the price of a conventional roundabout. Congratulations to this year's winner, Chris Davis, and the team at Mildura Rural City Council for their low-cost, highly successful and easy replicated road safety solution. Mildura has shown how much can be achieved at low cost by local government. Let's hear more from this project from Chris Davis.
Thank you to the Australasian College of Road Safety, award sponsor 3M and distinguished guests. I'm so proud to accept this award today along with my project team, Civil Engineer Hardeep Singh, contractors BNS Earthworks and Mildura Rural City Council. I would also like to thank all the other teams and organisations for their submissions for this award. Your hard work, your innovation, along with that of every other road safety practitioner across Australia, will help drive us towards achieving a 50% reduction in road fatalities by 2030. But today is also an important day because of the launch of National Road Safety Week. I had the privilege in 2018 and 19 working with the TAC. I was fortunate I got to visit all 79 Victorian councils and got to meet some 250 staff members. And it became clear through all of those visits that council staff feel very deeply when there is a fatality on a road that is under their care. This was even more evident with rural staff, and they often knew the victim. And if they didn't know the victim, they knew somebody who did. I can say without a doubt that council staff across Victoria, and therefore Australia and New Zealand, are doing their best with the resources that they have to reduce road trauma. There are many projects initiated by council staff that are producing great road safety outcomes through innovation in design and through efforts to reduce costs. Our project in Mildura unfortunately followed the death of a male pedestrian who on the outskirts of the central business district was crossing a 40km/h intersection on a motorised device. What you're currently looking at is video footage from the roundabout that we built. Don't we all love a good roundabout? After all, they have a crash reduction factor of 80%, but they can cost $700,000, $800,000 to build and typically take 6 to 8 weeks to construct. However, our team's implanted compact roundabout took just 5 days to construct and was only $37,000 and $50,000 respectively. At this roundabout, The 85th percentile approach speed is 19 kilometres per hour, and 99% of all vehicles enter at that critical safe system speed for pedestrians and vulnerable road users of 30 kilometres per hour. 99% less than 30 kilometres an hour. This is achieved by using vertical deflection on the approach to the roundabout instead of horizontal deflection. If you look at the video footage now, you'll see that two approaches don't even have an inward curve radius. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the federal government for their Black Spot program and the TAC for their local government grants. These two programs allowed the construction of our roundabouts. I'd also like to thank the following people for their support with the implanted compact roundabout concept. From the TAC, Michael Newesteek, from RRV, Wayne Moon and Martin Hapgood, and I'd also like to thank Ken Beer, Hafez Alavi, Daniel Mastala, Bruce Corbin, Jeremy Woolley, Dr. John Crozier, and from the Mornington Peninsula Shire, Doug Bradbrook, all for their support. Thank you.
There've been no recorded crashes at either of the intersections since the roundabouts were constructed. Thank you again to 3M. Thank you, Andrew, for your continued support of the 3M ACRS Diamond Road Safety Awards. We wish to congratulate all 2020 ACRS Award winners again. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin, and congratulations to the three winners. It's so inspiring to hear of the innovative work that's being done to make our roads safer for all road users. It's been fantastic to hear about all the work that's being done by all our speakers tonight. And I thank you for coming along and contributing to the event. As we conclude the event tonight, I'd like to ask you all to join me in taking the pledge to always drive so others survive. We'll light the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House in memory of the people who have lost their lives on Australian roads. And I ask that you join me in a moment of reflection to pay our respects to those who have lost their lives on our nation's roads. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. As you can see, the bridge has just lit up, and the Opera House should also be emblazoned in yellow as well. Could I ask you to meet our COVID obligations if you would mind remaining seated and follow the direction of our staff on your departure. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and I wish you all a safe journey home. Thank you.